Salaki on that. This is part 2. All right. And this is part 2 of the first video I did. Okay. I'm going to title it Righteous Men Are Being Vexed in This Wicked World. All right. This is part 2 of, of part 1. I accidentally hit the off button, but I want to touch on being vexed in this wicked world. You see that, and reminiscing of the all these images of the past coming into my mind. Like I said, this is before I came into the truth, and I didn't realize how wicked women were. You see that? And how all these bitches I was dealing with were dealing with all these women are whores. None of these women are virgins. You see that? A lot of these women were dating and seeing other men. And I got to thinking, how defiled these bitches are. Because when they dealing with other men, all that DNA from the sperm from all of these men are inside of these bitches. And they become, that makes them batshit crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're mentally unstable. So, at least a couple times you have women admit to that. They're mentally unstable, and how that affected me. Being in relationships with these evil bastard women, man, these demonic bitches. And I just bless the Most High that he gave me a good wife. And, we've been married for over 20 years now. You see that? And it's a blessing that he blessed me with a good wife. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to make this long. I just wanted to touch on that. Here's Amos. Here's Amos 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together unless they be agreed? You see that? So with these bitches being mentally unstable, you're not going to get along with them. They're not going to be compatible. You see that? You're not going to get along with them. They're not going to be compatible. And you're just going to run into serious problems. Here's Micah. Micah 7 and verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? That's right. Bitches are the main ones committing the unpardonable sin. These wicked women, and a lot of them are dealing with witchcraft. A lot of them are dealing with witchcraft on a high level. You see that? They're the main ones committing the unpardonable sin. They're the main ones committing adultery. And they're the main ones committing crimes. I've been monitoring these statistics and what's going on social media. More and more women are being exposed for domestic violence, theft, robbery, and murder. Okay? You got these sassy bitches killing men And a lot of them aren't even doing time in jail for it. They're killing their husbands for wanting to deal with another woman. But yet still, these bitches are the main ones dealing with multiple men, which is a prostitute. Right? All right. These women are the main ones who are dusty, who are broke. All right. These bitches ain't got no money. That's why they sponging off men. Okay. That's why they shaming men, because they're the ones who are out here doing dirt. They're the main ones doing it. All this shit they could accuse men of doing. I didn't realize that. And I'm going to finish up with this in a minute. But that's what makes them our enemies. They're the main ones out here doing wickedness. Sirach chapter 25 and verse 19. Nothing compares to the wickedness of a woman. And in the book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon brought that out. Out of 1,000 women, out of 1,000 women, he had found no good woman. But out of 1,000 man, he could at least, paraphrasing, he could at least find one good man. And that's true. It was a miracle. The Most High blessing my marriage. It's like 99% of the women out here are just bug out demons. And I like what Black Ram said. He calls them chaos goblins, and that's exactly what these bitches are, man. Chaos goblins. Verse 10 again. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Which leads up to the initial reason. I mean, the Spirit had me go there. The initial reason why I wanted to bring this out. Because when I woke up early this morning, I mean, it was clear to me that this is spiritual warfare. You see that? We are indeed in spiritual warfare. Ephesians chapter 6. And I'm going to start with verse 9. No, I'll go to 10. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. That's right. I was meditating on this also when I woke up this morning about Yahushua supping with us. When he is inside of us, it's his spirit that's guiding us through this wicked, in this wicked world, the valley of the shadow of death, which is mainly America. You see that? But this whole wicked world, Micah 2 and 10, this place is not our rest. We're everything, the point I'm making is everything and everybody aside from the elect men are defiled, man. And it's just vexing even dealing with these people, man. And that's why with the first video I brought out Ezekiel 9 and 4. The elect men crying and sighing for all the abominations. So the elect men are identified in the Bible, Revelation chapter 7. You see? They're not going to, and Revelation 14. And Revelation 20 and verse 4. They're not going to succumb to this wicked world. They're not going to take the mark, and they're not going to give in to the wickedness of this world. They're going to be apart from this wicked world. You see that? Why? Because this is spiritual warfare. And the Heavenly Father and His Son called me and the other hopeful elect brothers out there to come into this coming into the truth. We're being enlisted into the Most High God and His Son's army. Yes, His Son being our commander in chief. You see that? Our general. You see? Salakia, the Most High is the commander in chief, but Yahushai is our general. You see that? And He called us into it to fight the good fight of faith so we can make it into the end. Verse 11, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And Remnant Save and Kingdom Minded came out with a video with that, the wiles of the devil, and they mention Ephesians 6 and 12. So you got brothers who are in the truth on the same path, crying and sighing for it and praying to the Lord to bring an end to this wicked place. And only when that happens are we going to be free. Okay? So this message is to exhort you, brothers, to endure unto the end. Matthew 24 and verse 13. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's why I woke up realizing our people are the main enemies, not just Esau. Yes, the people of Esau, so-called white people, are the children of Satan. They are the wicked, Job 9:24. But our people are wicked too, man. And the main ones who exceed in this wickedness are these demonic bitches, man. The black woman. These black women, the Israelite women, man. Latino women, all the Israelite women of all the tribes are wicked and evil, man. And that's the spiritual wickedness in high places, because a lot of these bitches are dealing with witchcraft. And I remember years ago, Sean Moore, Amawan Abad, brought out a video of a woman who was a witch, showing you that they're the main ones, and single motherhood contributes, statistically, is the main cause of people being incarcerated, especially the young men. That's why they're so effeminate and emotional. The government's COINTEL program and their government operations of destroying our people by taking the men out of the home and promoting feminism, Jeremiah 31 and verse 22. This is the end result of why our people are destroyed. One of many reasons. You see that? But yeah, a lot of these bitches are dealing with witchcraft. And, mentioned in the video that I saw years ago, these bitches who are witches, they can spot a man of the Lord. And they are instrumental in being agents for Satan. And I think Call for an Uprising brought this out. How these bitches and our enemies, they pray to Satan. They casting spells and doing all of that to attack us. So that's why we need to put on this whole armor and realize what battle we in. You see that? and remain circumspect and keep fighting the good fight of faith. You see that? Slocky, let me see. Okay, I'll go over.